Stop! You violated the law! Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence watching this entire video. Also, I lied about the fine option.
Discord will be launching ads this week. Even worse, your friends will be in on it. Sort of. Essentially, the platform is expanding the Quests program, where you can share your screen while playing certain games to win in-game rewards. They did it for Fortnite during last year's Star Wars Day. Discord actually discussed their plans for Quests last month in a blog post. The same day, CEO Jason Citron actually talked about Discord's ambitions for Quests to Bloomberg, saying the hope is that every game will offer Quests on the platform. While Quests may sound a lot like the drops Twitch offers for watching certain streams featuring partnered games, there are some key differences. For one, only some users will be immediately aware of the quest, while others seemingly will only find out when their friends accept the quest and start streaming. Also, apparently the ads will be targeted based on information collected by Discord and will live in the bottom left of the screen. Users will be able to opt out of seeing personalized promotions or even quests from specific games, but you'll still be able to see quests in contextual entry points like your friend's activity. What's especially dubious is that this past January, in testimony to the US Senate on online child safety, Citron cited Discord's lack of ad-based monetization as one of its key differences from traditional social media. Oops. But Discord wants you to know their monetization could be worse, which is why they announced loot boxes as an April Fool's joke. And then apparently accidentally view-botted the fake announcement on YouTube to over 1 billion views by looping it in the background of the in-app notification about the joke video. Wow, imagine how good they'll be at marketing analytics. According to our records, 1 trillion users watched a stream of your game. Very popular. Well done. Speaking of April Fools, many gaming companies took part in the fun this year. CD Projekt Red announced a limited floppy edition of Cyberpunk 2077 composed of 97,619 3.5-inch diskettes, allowing you to literally get lost in the game. On the lower effort side, Power Wash Simulator announced Power Dirt Simulator, using the power of reversed footage and an MS Paint title. Among Us actually launched Long Mode, where every crewmate, imposter, and ghost will be much longer for the next week. Shovel Knight developer Yacht Club Games got their hands dirty by announcing D, a dirt-based skincare line. They want to put the us back in tetanus. Meanwhile, the Pokemon Company hired legendary sportscasters Chris Pillow, and Kenny Mattress to commentate the first ever Pokemon Sleep Champions Tournament. Perhaps the most complicated April Fool's joke came from Blizzard, who created an entirely new mode called Balanced Overwatch with reworked heroes. Wait, is that real?
Yeah.
Massive tank character Mauga, for example, is now Smallga. He's 50% smaller and has only 25 HP. But I think the best April Fool's joke was Bandai Namco's new Elden Ring expansion, where they literally made the title bigger. See, that's the type of April Fool's joke I think I appreciate.
Yeah.
In smaller news, Xbox showcased 4 indie games backed by their ID at Xbox program at an invite-only event, including anticipated horror game Still Wakes the Deep. That title and Botany Mirror, another game featured at the showcase, will be coming to Xbox Game Pass. But future opportunities for indie game developers may be dwindling. This is according to Casey Yano, co-founder of Slay the Spire studio Mega Crit, and Chris Bourassa, game director of Darkest Dungeon. The pair gave an interview at last week's Game Developers Conference where they claimed it's much harder for small developers to secure funding through companies like Epic and Xbox. Yano said he spoke to at least 3 development teams who had their funding cut and 2 who had their funding canceled completely. Bourassa has said that deals for getting games on Game Pass and the Epic Game Store have come down in scope, claiming that the gold rush is over. This is a bit shocking since some of the biggest gaming success stories this year have come from small studios in partnership with large publishers. Helldivers 2 was developed by an independent studio and published by Sony, and is currently this year's best-selling game in the US. Meanwhile, indie hit Pal World had the largest third-party launch on Xbox Game Pass ever. But why fund indies when you can make Gears of War 6 open world? Master Chief will be there.
And then him and Marcus will kiss.
That's what we all want, Microsoft, just do it. And here's another thing you should just do. Check out the sponsor of this video, The Ridge. The OG Pocket Bulge Fighters are celebrating their 11-year anniversary, and you're all invited. Sleek and stylish, the Ridge wallet can hold up to 12 cards and stash your cash securely with its built-in money clip or elastic band. Stretchy. The wallets are crafted from premium RFID blocking materials and come with a lifetime warranty. And with over 30 colors and styles, there's a Ridge wallet to match every personality in the world. Still not convinced? Take it for a spin with their 45-day test drive offer. If it's not your thing, just send it back for a full refund, no questions asked. Check out their anniversary sale using the link below and save today.
As soon as you finish these quick bits, you'll have paid your debt to society. You'll be able to see your family again. Little Susie, Big Susie, all of them.
The Utah High School Activities Association has decided to recognize esports as an officially sanctioned activity beginning in the 2025 to 26 school year. There's no word yet on whether this qualifies as a phys ed credit. Moving your fingers a lot. According to Association Director Rob Cuff said they were thrilled with the change as esports will provide student enrichment as well as opportunities for personal growth in terms of teamwork, strategic thinking, and leadership skills. Plus, what better place to start a teenage Valorant league than Salt Lake City, a city built next to a literal lake of salt. Game studio holding company Embracer Group has announced their restructuring is over. They've sold enough game studios to make up for the financial turmoil caused by buying a bunch of game studios.
Look, we dug this hole, but we think we know how to dig our way out.
Having said that, their influence may linger still. Just hours after the announced sale of Gearbox by Embracer, Gearbox announced layoffs. Gearbox has claimed that these layoffs are part of Embracer's restructuring in a PR-heavy statement to Eurogamer. It's a bit ironic since Gearbox's PR manager was herself laid off. Who wrote the statement? Still a mystery.
Who's to say?
Content Warning is the newest indie co-op horror title to blow up on Steam. Published by Landfall, the creators of Cluster Truck and Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, this game tasks players with filming their friends getting scared to try and get famous on the in-game site, SpookTube. The game's success may have something to do with Landfall giving it away for free for 24 hours, but who's to say? I mean, it now costs just $8, perhaps making it the cheapest way to end a friendship. Scientists have found that some people can innately see at a higher frame rate than others. According to a study designed by said scientists to explain why they get absolutely trashed by their kids in Mario Kart every night. Some participants said they perceived a constant, steady light when it was actually flashing 35 times a second, while others did perceive the flashing until it increased to around 60 times per second. This measure is referred to as temporal resolution, and while it appears to decrease with age, it's unknown whether playing sports or fast video games could cause an increase, or whether people with more brain FPS just end up doing those things. Peregrine Falcons can see over 100 FPS, and yet FaZe Clan hasn't hired one. They're the coolest bird.
Go top, go top. Ah!
And fans of Tekken 8 have taken to Twitter to beg game director Katsuhiro Harada to add a level based on Waffle House, the 24-hour diner chain best known for all-day breakfast and 3 a.m. fistfights. Harada initially responded with confusion, Waffle House being a largely American phenomenon, but after fans explained, he actually seemed receptive, though he warned that if Waffle House turns him down, it won't be happening. But honestly, what better combination of forces could there be than Tekken and a restaurant whose closures the US government uses to measure the severity of natural disasters? It's called the Waffle House Index.
This has been Jessica Fun Facts.
yeah. And it would be disastrous if you didn't come back on Thursday for more gaming news.
Careful, punk! You're on probation. What?
Resisting arrest.
Then pay with your blood!
Boom.
Ah!